one's thoughts to achieve internal peace and true happiness. Just as we have external sensory faculties, we also possess a few internal sensory faculties which reside in the mind. The internal and external faculties have different capabilities and functions. Amongst these are three internal faculties of man, chit, and buddhi. Man relates to sankalp and resolution, chit relates to the thought process and thought power, and in buddhi resides the capacity for knowing, reasoning, and remembering. Out of these three, the man, chit, and buddhi, the man is the dominant and dictates the workings of the chit, buddhi, and the external senses. The flow of energy from the man is such that it forces the energy from the chit, buddhi, and the external senses in the same direction. Whichever direction it flows in, it carries in its current energy from all other faculties and sources. It is in this powerful current of the energy flowing from the man that the humans are helplessly tossed up and down. The ones who are able to gain control of this powerful current are the ones who can get rid of all miseries, and they are the ones who can transport themselves to the kingdom of complete and everlasting peace. The chit is just another aspect of the man. It is the chit that initiates everything. The description of whatever action needs to be performed first appears in the chit. This perturbs the peace prevailing in the chit and creates a thought. The thought, which originates in the chit, in conjunction with the will and resolution of the man, are responsible for all our actions in this world. The vibrations of a thought in the chit perturb our inner consciousness and creates intent in our man. This influences our intellect or buddhi, which in turn makes an impression on our ego and soul. Therefore, a single thought creates a vibration that ripples across the physical body, the subtle body, and the mind. This vibration is the fundamental cause of our restlessness and lack of peace. If by some means we can prevent these perturbances and vibrations of our chit, then all our external senses and the internal faculties will remain in peace, and we will be able to joyfully sleep in the blissful lap of eternal peace. To stop these internal vibrations created by the never-ending thoughts, we will have to practice meditation or concentration under the guidance of an expert. We will have to practice it daily, and only then, after several years of disciplined practice, we will be able to control our mind, which is chit and man, and then be able to experience the peace and joy that has so far eluded us. In this pursuit of peace, the process of attaining complete mastery over the fluctuations of the mind is a two-step process. The ability to concentrate the mind on one thought precedes the ability to gain full mastery of the mind's activities. While concentrating, the mind is focused on one thought and a singular point. However, the mind is restless and is used to continually drifting from one topic to another. That has been its nature since time immemorial. This task of holding the mind to one thought and one topic is not an easy one and takes considerable effort. We are trying to tie it down to one thought against what has been its nature of drifting endlessly from one thought to another. It is a monumental constraint on the mind and one that is not easy for it to endure. The mind's state in this initial stage is similar to the restlessness of a horse who has been captured from the wild and has been tied to a post for the first time. Just like the physical exercise tires our body, this mental exercise in the form of concentration tires our mind, but only initially. After some time, it becomes our nature and our mind becomes quite capable of handling it. That is why the rule is to gradually break into this practice of concentration, only doing so much that one does not feel mentally tired. The sacred scriptures tell us that the astral body or the subtle body takes the form of whatever one focuses on. To put an end to the astral body's constantly changing state and to continually hold it in one desired state is the definition of concentration. While concentrating, the only thing that one is aware of is the object or thought one is concentrating on. The awareness of self or any other object or thought is not present. When this state of concentration becomes fully stable and secure, one gains the knowledge of all the subtle aspects of the object of one's attention, and the powers of the mind become highly enhanced. These enhanced powers make one capable of many magical and superhuman deeds. These powers are nothing but a manifestation of a supremely concentrated mind. They will come to anyone who has learned to concentrate his mind either by mantra yoga or hatha yoga or raja yoga or through devotion or reverence. When the state of concentration becomes well founded and firm, all the elements of one's mind become energized and start functioning optimally. We know that the water lying in puddles on the ground is not able to make anything happen. Still, the same water, when channelized to form a flowing current, can generate abundant electricity. When let loose in the atmosphere, the steam cannot move even a single leaf, but concentrate and focus it through a small opening, and it can drive massive engines. Similarly, the power of a concentrated mind is unfathomable and can accomplish almost everything. The person with a focused mind gains the ability to understand even the extremely subtle concepts with great ease. He does not have to think too much to solve problems that could be quite difficult for others to tackle. Therefore, the ability to concentrate one's mind leads one not only to great internal peace, it also makes one perform better in one's worldly affairs due to enhanced mental faculties. There are two requirements for success in the practice of concentration. The first is that we allow no external thought to enter our minds during this time. Secondly, the internal activity of our mind should also cease so that no inner thoughts arise. These processes require some effort, but with diligent hard work and guidance from an experienced instructor, we can be hopeful for success. First, we have to train our mind such that it pays no attention to any external thought other than the object of our concentration. Until we can achieve this, a part of our effort during the practice is spent in preventing these external thoughts from entering our minds. The second part of the process is to stop the internal activities of our minds. When we are successful in disengaging our mind from the external stimuli and it starts dwelling inwards, it is still unable to remain without activity. It conjures up old memories and starts wandering in the imaginations of its own creation, much like what we experience in our dreams. We will have to prevent our mind from doing this also in order to successfully advance it on just the narrow path where nothing but the thought or the object we have chosen for it is visible. Once we can do this, we would have reached this stage of dharana. Subsequently, we will have to advance beyond this to dhyan and samadhi. As compared to disengaging from the external stimuli, this process of controlling the mind's internal activities is more difficult. The reason is that in our inner world, it is our own mind and our own ego that we have to conquer and control. When we can accomplish this internal control, we acquire the knowledge of the powers we possess and gain the ability to see through the illusion that this world is. It is at this stage that we will find ourselves beyond attachment and hatred, beyond happiness and sorrow. This real knowledge is the only thing that can give us everlasting peace. We should make every effort to advance to this stage, as there is no greater happiness or peace other than this. Namaskar.
प्रदीप जी
जी अंकल जी। तो गुरु महाराज के सभी प्रेमियों को सादर प्रणाम। We just heard and Guru Maharaj's words beautifully described the process that we try to do here. We will do that process now. You all know the process, but let me just repeat it. Please sit in a relaxed posture in which you could sit comfortably without moving for about 30 minutes. Close your eyes softly and envision that the divine light of Guru or God is in front of you. That light is entering your heart area. Your heart is getting illuminated with that light and you are getting immersed in that light. As is the nature of mind, if it wanders, don't fight with it. Just focus on observing it in that divine light and envisioning that we are getting immersed in that light. We will have 2 prayers. You can sing, then please sing along. Otherwise, just continue doing this process till you are asked to stop. So, Rupam ji.
बस कीजिए। ध्यान के पहले हम सुन रहे थे जो गुरु महाराज की वाणी में ही उनका जो सात परमार्थ पद के 10 आलोक का जो चौथा आलोक है, आंतरिक प्रसन्नता लाओ। तो that's what he said, how to get that आंतरिक प्रसन्नता, वही हम लोग सुन रहे थे ध्यान के पहले। वर्मा जी प्रसाद लगवाया।
आज एक बात आप लोगों से शेयर करना चाहता हूं। एक बार भंडारे के समय में जब शंका समाधान का समय था तो एक साधक ने प्रश्न किया कि जब ध्यान की क्रिया बताई जाती है तो यह कहा जाता है जो पुराने साधक हैं वो जैसे करते आए हैं वैसे करें और जो नए साधक हैं वो इस तरह से ध्यान करें। तो क्या कोई दो तरह की क्रियाएं हैं कि जो पुराने साधक को बताई जा गई हैं और अभी नए साधक को दूसरी क्रिया बताई गई है क्या? इस पर परम पूज्य कृष्णकांत जी ने बहुत सुंदर उत्तर दिया कि वास्तव में क्रिया कुछ भी नहीं है, यह तो आपके मन को एकाग्र करने के लिए एक रास्ता, एक तरीका बताया जाता है। इस बात पे मुझे एक लियो टॉल्स्टॉय की एक स्टोरी याद आई, थ्री हर्मिटेज। पुराने समय की बात है, एक आइलैंड पे 3 hermits रहते थे. There were 3 hermits on an island and they were illiterate, and they simply used to pray that we are 3, you are 3, have mercy on us. And they were very popular and helpful to all the people in the island. Gradually, this message reached to the bishop of that area. In one of his voyages, the bishop came to that island and met those hermits. He taught them systematic all the prayers as described in the scriptures, and he spent a week with them and taught them all the prayers method systematically to those hermits. And thereafter, one day he left. Once he left, these hermits started talking among themselves. Do you fully remember what the bishop has told? So the other hermit told, sorry, I am not fully remembering that. They asked the third one also. He was feeling his helplessness that they don't fully remember what exactly the bishop has told them. So they thought among themselves that he might not have gone very far. Let us catch up with him and ask him to tell us again the method so that we do the correct meditation and correct prayer. So these 3 hermits started walking towards the boat in which bishop was going fast. Bishop from his boat saw a light of a globe of light is coming from the island towards his boat. He was quite anxious to see that it is moving on the sea with a good speed. And after some time, these 3 hermits who were walking on the water, and they catched up with the hermit and asked him, "Sir, we do not fully remember the prayer and the process, so we will be thankful if you could tell us again the whole process as described in scriptures." The bishop bowed to them and said, "Whatever worship you are doing, whatever prayer you are saying, that is correct, that is all right, because the prayers are external. What God wants is your attention." इसीलिए हमारे सत्संग में ये बात कही गई है कि हमें कुछ नहीं करना है। ये कुछ नहीं करने की क्रिया बहुत मुश्किल होती है, इसलिए ये ध्यान की और एक प्रक्रिया बताई गई है। वास्तव में पहले दिन ही जब गुरु महाराज हमें ध्यान कराते हैं तो वह अपनी शक्ति हमारे अंदर डाल देते हैं और वह शक्ति काम करती रहती है, वही हमारे लिए पूजा करती है। जब हम गिरते हैं तो वही हमें संभालती है, जब हम डिप्रेशन में होते हैं तो वही हमें रास्ता दिखाती है। तो हमें करना क्या है, एक सारथी की तरह अपनी बागडोर उनके हाथों में दे देनी है। चाहे दुनिया के काम हों और चाहे परमार्थ के हों, वह आगे आगे चलते हैं और हमारी सारी परेशानियों को स्वयं लेकर के हमें सही रास्ते पे ले जाते हैं। यही निवेदन करना था आपसे। अब हम लोग ये नैवेद्य गुरु महाराज को समर्पित करेंगे और उनसे प्रार्थना करेंगे, हे प्रभु, हमें पूजा नहीं आती, हमें तरीका नहीं आता, पर हम तुम्हें जानते हैं, हमारा हाथ मत छोड़ना, हम बच्चे हैं, हम भूल सकते हैं, तुम तो हमें संभाले रहना। इसी विचार से गुरु महाराज को ये नैवेद्य समर्पित करें। श्री गुरुदेव दया करें।
तो प्रसाद अर्पण के साथ ही आज की क्लोज टुडेज सेशन। तब तक के नेक्स्ट समय तक के लिए सबको नमस्कार।
अंकल जी, ब्रह्मा जी, सबको नमस्कार।
नमस्कार, सबको नमस्कार।
सबको नमस्कार। नमस्कार।
नमस्कार, सभी को प्रणाम।
नमस्कार।
नमस्ते अंकल, नमस्ते चाचा जी, नमस्ते।
नमस्ते भैया, सभी को बहुत बहुत प्रणाम।